Welcome back, New Liberty. We are so excited to see you coming back here on campus for in-person worship. It won't be the same as it was before, but we are going to rejoice in all the victories that we can celebrate. With that said, here are some things that you can expect once we do get back together in person. When you arrive to our campus, we ask that you please enter the back parking lot off of Candlewood. As you enter off Candlewood, you'll be directed by one of our parking lot attendants to one of the two awnings that are attached to the main building. At these awnings, you'll get your temperature taken from one of our volunteers, and then they will direct you to the appropriate parking place. As you come into the main entrance, you will be provided with everything you need for worship. This will include, any bulletin, any handout, any masks if you don't have one, or any kind of material for the kids. We will make sure you have everything that you need as you come into the entrance to the building. Once you enter into the building, you will be met by an usher, and an usher will take you to the place where you're going to be seated for the entire worship service. Once you're seated in your seat, we're asking that you please stay there until the service is over. If you need to use the restroom during the time that you're here, we ask that you please go to the bathrooms that are closest to you. If you're in the sanctuary, they'll be at the back of the sanctuary. And then, of course, we just have the two sets of bathrooms in Turner Building. But once you go to the bathroom, you'll see that there are instructions that will be printed on the mirror there in the bathroom. And so we ask that you just follow those appropriate guidelines that are printed there in the bathrooms. Now, as soon as the service is over, you will be dismissed by the ushers in an orderly fashion, and you will be dismissed by your family. And then we ask that you please refrain from hanging around inside the buildings and talking to one another. If you want to visit with your fellow church family, please do so out in the parking lot. Our first Sunday back will be June the 7th, but we need your participation. If you and or your family unit would like to come back to worship service in person, we would like to ask you to please register and let us know that you're coming so that we can expect you. The way that we would prefer is if you would go online to www.newliberty.com/regather. On that website, each week you will fill out a little form and let us know that you're coming. If you're unable to visit that website, then I ask that you please call Pastor Kyle directly and make your reservation. His phone number is 214-802-1364, and each week you'll reserve your spot for in-person worship. Church, I want to tell you that we do all of these things. We're taking all of these precautions because we are motivated by love. We are not operating out of fear. We are operating out of love. We understand that there's a lot about this virus we don't know, and we want to take every precaution that we possibly can to ensure the safety and lower the risk for those who come back for in-person worship. As Christians, we're not scared, but we want to be wise during our corporate worship time. So may we put on Christ. May we look out for the interests and concerns and well-being of others during this time. Together we keep moving onward as we keep our eyes upward, fixated on Christ. Let's go back to worship, New Liberty.